Hi, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Mildred, and this is my intro. Let's see, describe your background to the group. I have studied Italian, so my bachelor's degree is in Italian. I also try to learn other languages. I tried, but I'm not fluent at all in the other languages like Mandarin. I feel I'm a beginner at Mandarin, even though I've been trying to learn it for a long time, for several years, because I never had the time to invest on a third or fourth language. I'm fluent in Italian. The height of my life was when, aside from my degrees and certificates, it was when I got to study in Italy, abroad in Italy, for a month. I did it as a graduate student, and I was like a fish in the ocean because I was already fluent before I left New York because I studied Italian like crazy on my own. Through language audios, I kept borrowing these audios every week. Um, and rebowering when it expired. But anyway, I got to become friends with several students who lived in Italy, and of course, they were Italian descent, and they grew up in Italy. So I was able to speak to them fluently on a weekly basis, and I did that. I don't know for how long. It may have been about 2 years once I was a graduate student, and then I got to study in Italy, so I was very fluent when I got there. So I was like a fish in the ocean. Um, the other thing that I wanted to say about my background is that I have a graduate certificate in educational technology. So I learned a lot of things about educational technology, but mostly not so much. I learned some things about education, how to use the student-centered approach and get children and students of whatever age they are hands-on in discovery. So not just like they're going to be robots like it used to be before the progressive approach. So instead of rote memorization, they were teaching us in educational technology um, to use technology to teach the students because it's what appeals to them, and that way they can learn better. The other thing I would say, let's see, academic, professional, and social details. Okay, so I mentioned the academic. Professional. I've worked at healthcare for a few years. And so right now I'm working at Northwell, but I am working through their temp agency. It turns out they're so big they have their own temp agency that is called FlexTaff. And so I'm working through the temp agency. So I'm not permanent and I don't get benefits or anything like that. But I am getting some hours. I've been at the same assignment for about 3 months now. So I don't know what the future holds, but I'm hoping that with the use of the technology that I know and that I have studied, because I also have been learning some web design and a little bit of programming. So I'm hoping that along with the higher education, which obviously uses a lot of technology, um, can help me get a decent job in the future. As for social, I do work out. I go to the gym. I have to say, I am a COVID survivor. Last summer, I was quarantined for several months. I got COVID from the nursing home that I was working at. And so then I got COVID pneumonia, and it took a lot of months before I finally started to breathe better. And somehow I decided I was going to work out while I was struggling with the breathing and still recovering from pneumonia last summer. I realized how much weight I had gained. So I decided to start working out, and it was very difficult to do that because of the breathing, because I suffer from asthma, and because I was recovering from the pneumonia. So what I did was that I started doing YouTube videos. I discovered there was so many YouTube videos for everything, and they're free. And so I started working out. For a long time, for several months, I think I started working out again because I used to do it on and off. I've been working out for years, my whole life. But every time I stopped, then I start gaining weight, and money's always a problem, paying for the dance classes or the gym or martial arts, and time is always a problem. But I discovered the YouTube videos, and they're free, and you can work at your own pace. So I actually started doing the workouts sitting down. I discovered that they have a lot of chair workouts. They have chair Zumba, they have chair yoga, chair Pilates. They have everything that you can imagine. Every workout, they do it in a chair. Anything for the abs, for the legs, they have everything. So it was too difficult for me to do it on my feet. So for months and months, I was doing the workouts as much as possible on to the chair. And I did go back to work to the nursing home last fall, and and later on, I think it was sometime in February or January, that I decided to start working out on my feet. It must have been February. And I did it little by little, and I would sit down if I needed to catch my breath, but I was still struggling a lot with the breathing. Anyway, as time progressed, and I started to feel better towards the summer, surprisingly, because the warm weather always makes my asthma worse. But actually, it started to improve a lot because I started going to the gym more. Last year, the gym was closed for about 5 months, and when it reopened, I was only going to the gym once a week. And so at first, I was doing all the workouts on sitting down on the machines that you're sitting down, and then not a lot of cardio. And so sometime as it got warmer this year, I actually took the time. I said, I got to force myself to do these things. I got to force myself. I got to get on the bus. I got to do the stairs. And slowly, I started using, I discovered a kayaking machine that surprisingly I can do it for about 30 minutes, even if we don't have AC at the gym, because the gym owner doesn't give us AC, he gives us the fans. And I can stand the kayaking machine for about 30 minutes. It is surprising. Anyway, I started recently, a few weeks ago, I started getting back on the treadmill. I was afraid to do the walking because I was so out of breath because of the asthma and everything that happened last year. And I said, I can only jump, I have to jump in, otherwise I won't be able to do it. So I started doing it, and I was feeling like I was dying. Little by little, I added minutes to it. Then I was working the elliptical, and then I also and I started doing the bike again. And every time I feel like, oh my God, I don't want to do this again, I'm hurting all over. I do take painkillers because you need it to when you work out like that. But I've been getting better and better, and the breathing is much, much better, and I feel much better. So that was really the height of my life. That's my story for the COVID. And then what I hope to gain from the program is a way that I can be supportive to students if I'm blessed to be able to get a job in student affairs or higher education administration. I hope that my position can be influential in a positive way to students, that I can hopefully provide them with resources and options to help them with their problems. And last but not least, I'm just trying to scroll down a little, and of course, okay, so you got my video, and I think I covered everything that the professor requested, and okay. So, have a good day. I hope you enjoyed my video. Take care.